gym. Now, you can see it if you go to monsters.fm or realradiomonsters.com. It's our new website. I think you'll get a kick out of the website. It comes right up as soon as the website comes up. You see the boxing. And
this website's cool as hell.
Yeah, man.
I didn't
see it. Who updated it to where all the boxing stuff's on there?
JP.
That's awesome.
Our girl
JP.
did, yeah. So
doing her thing.
You can see the boxing room, and of course we all had to wrap our wrists, and then you put on your boxing gloves, and then Trevor takes us through, and because I mean I'd done this before, and so had Carlos, but Angelique and Ryan had not done any boxing before, so he was explaining how to do how to punch and all this kind of stuff. I got to tell you, man, that damn Angelique. Now, obviously, she's a dancer and she's a professional, and she stays in incredible shape. So I shouldn't be shocked or surprised. But damn,
she's in fantastic shape.
She's in
and you can always gauge where somebody's at with something like this, right? Because you're not having to think about what you do. The coach is saying, "Hey, come over here." Nobody's yelling at you, right? Nobody's telling you, "You got to push it harder."
I know. I thought it would be a lot more aggressive than it was.
Yeah, with a room of people punching, it's actually like this collected group. Like, we're in this together. Nobody's saying punch harder. But Angelique's in great shape. She's a dancer. She's got to be in great shape. But Ryan, though, was very interesting because I was a little concerned.
Well, his arm. It was talking about his arm. And then Trevor was really concerned about his arm. He didn't want Ryan to do anything that would hurt him.
Yeah, I'm not blowing my arm out before a wedding and before a vacation either.
And what were you exactly, of all these things. Yeah. So you walking into this place, a gym, a boxing gym at that, and you're like, oh, my God, what am I? What was your experience walking in there? And he gave you the treatment that he would give everybody else.
Yeah, it was. First of all, that man's like 56.
Yeah,
and he's like in crazy good shape. Like, his like giant arms on the man. I'm like,
Angel, he's a former boxer too.
Yeah, but he's got a cool ass British accent, and I'm like, oh man, this guy's gonna think I'm a dork. All right, cool. DeLand has a ton of little secrets. That's what I like about that town, because even that cafe next door was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
I go in, and it's a boxing gym, and all these heavy bags are hanging and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't really know what to do around here. And he was super cordial and like showed me around. I was playing with a speed bag for a minute, and he's like, well, this is the way you want to do it, blah, blah. And I actually kind of got it down pretty fast, which was kind of cool.
It was fun to see step on the, because that's what everybody gravitates to, the speed bag, because my gosh, you see it in the movies.
You see Rocky doing it.
And there's few cooler things than getting the speed of a speed bag down, and it's not easy.
It's timing. It's timing.
And but your musician, and that's why I like your musicianship, and same with Angelique, her rhythm of like dance kind of got you there, and that was great.
That's cool. I was more looking for the form of it all. So I was going slower. I'm not trying to now you, my friend, are a psycho. You going in hard, and I was like, man, you need something like this. You're like a dog that needs doggy daycare.
That's all I thought the whole time. I'm like, okay, so Carlos is a buzzing bee that's buzzing, and he needs to get all this energy out. You were just trying to not get hurt. I was
trying not to hurt myself, but I was also because I'm very good about keeping my hands up in a fight.
Yeah,
but,
it's important.
But I've never done boxing combos per se,
right?
And it's hard to go, okay, back one up, one back, put the other one back up, and I'm like, it was like a weird dance for a second. It was so cool, but I honestly haven't worked out in at least 6 years. And I felt phenomenal after that.
Good.
I was like, okay, this is something I definitely need to do.
Now, for Angelique, it was like, dance steps for her. When he was explaining the footwork and all that kind of stuff, she got it down like that. She, as soon as he showed her how to punch, it was like dance steps. She was just going through, and so it's time to start working out, right? And I've got Ryan Ryan's ahead of me over here. I got Angelique to my right, and then Carlos is way over on the other side. So I can't really see what Carlos is doing. Other than every once in a while I see him and he's buzzing all around all over the place. But Angelique's right next to me, and I'm trying to keep up with her because she's
good luck.
she's like an athlete, right? And actually it probably helped make me do better. But I felt like I did pretty well.
Oh no, you did great, Russ. Once again, man, you're 58 years old, dude. Most 58-year-olds aren't even walking in the gym because they have a bad knee and they're not even going to do anything. I'm telling you, man, I was very impressed because you couldn't have done this 3 months ago or whenever,
No.
you know, it's, you know, and you too, but.
Yeah, and he hits hard too. I was holding the bag because you got to do a thing where like you punch and then they punch, and he's going at him. I'm like, good for you, Russ.
Oh yeah, Russ hits like a mule, and he's a strong guy, and but that's the thing when you're holding the bag for somebody else, you that's what connects you in these things. Because like if you're just doing a class by yourself, you're gonna sit there, you're gonna watch the TV. You're gonna walk back.
It was fast.
And this is done. You're out.
It does, but it's sort of a little competitive because the guy holds the bag and you hit it 4 times and he hits it 4 times. That was a cool thing. Here's something though, Angel, that killed me. Like I was feeling pretty good about everything. The punching, I was fine. I could punch hard, and my breath was fine. I wasn't dying. Okay, but then we get to this thing and it's some stupid song. Sally, what is it?
Sally up.
Bring Sally up. Bring Sally
I
up.
played it yesterday. Yeah.
So
I used it as a rejoin. That's right.
when you bring
Gone in 60 seconds.
when you bring Sally down, you get into a squat.
Yeah.
And then when you bring Sally up, you go up again. And then you bring Sally down again. And then you got to hold it for like 7 seconds. And I'm trying to keep up with Angelique.
And she's got the ass to the ground like she's Freaknik 96.
It's not even phasing her, right? And,
I mean, she's popping it.
Yeah. And I'm
you
like,
can see this by the way, at Real Radio or at realradiomonsters.com, by the way.
I now have more respect for people who can twerk that low to the ground.
So she's doing it, and I'm trying to keep up with her, but I'm like, and then I noticed that she had moved her legs, and I'm like, well, I can't move my legs out like that.
It's a little trick.
But that's a little trick.
I noticed that too.
She was using different muscles because when the other muscles, but I was still able to get low to the ground. I could not have done that 2 months ago to get that low to the ground and do the squats and stuff. But yeah, that's a long ass song.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was over. I was like, okay, here we are. It's gotta be like, and then Coach Bradley would be like, no, we got a minute and a half left. Like, what? Minute and a half.
Yeah.
But by the way, if you do want to check out Deland Boxing, it is here's the phone number. It is 386-675-2269. And you literally hear like people like have experience, like Russ and I, we did well, but then Ryan walks in first day. Wow, game changer. I'm the skinniest I've been in years.
Yeah.
I feel like, and it's not like I had to actively do something. It's like, no, you go in there for 45 minutes, you walk out drenched, and you don't feel like eating the full large pizza. You eat half a pizza.
Here's the thing. It was a half hour, and I kind of thought, oh, half hour. This is going to be nothing. And what I've learned from my trainer, and then also just from this, is just stimulating your body for just a half hour is good.
And mind.
And your mind, and it's quick, it's over, it's fast, and it was fun. And that's the trick, I think. Yeah. You got to make it fun because you'll just stop doing it if it's not fun.
And
right?
Did you get a different appreciation, Ryan, for now fighting and why? Like where now you understand? Oh, they're not just throwing punches; they're literally setting up a 1-1. Oh, here comes a 3 or 4. You know. And did you see that a little bit differently?
I guess I didn't really understand that about like boxing, where like it's all combinations. You're doing the same kind of thing. You're going down combination, up combination. Yeah. So I thought it was a bit more of a free for all.
Yeah. And there are the brawls, of course, that happen, but most of the time, no. What you're watching is a straight up methodical. Violent dance.
Yeah, I did like how I got to move like a Street Fighter video game character the whole day. It's like back.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
It makes sense. Why?
It's the tallest I've ever seen Ryan. Like for when you're fighting somebody, that's when you really look at somebody. Obviously, we were fighting, but when you got your hands up, I was like, oh, Ryan's tall. I forgot about that. You know, and I know your shoulder was that, so props to both of you.
And also, like, what's the guy who was actually doing the Brad?
Yeah.
That version of a dude is the scariest version of a guy.
Yeah. Why?
Because that guy, Brad... Coach Brad, he's not big. You know what I mean? He is almost, you could confuse him for skinny if you look at him too fast.
Yes.
And he's the kind of guy that has the power behind a punch that will F you up.
When he started
and
working,
do it consistently for like a while, and I was like, okay, I forgot that this guy exists.
Yeah, when he started working the bag, you could see. He had
he's a pro boxer.
Technique was down, and he knew exactly how to hit the bag. Yeah. He was amazing.
That's why.
And there were other people in there that were fans of the show.
Absolutely,
the girl that was
she was awesome.
She went on my Facebook and like, it was so fun to work out with you guys. You know,
dude, those ladies are great, man. They were going hard. I was impressed, and there wasn't this vibe of like this is aggressive. It was just like this is the dance. Do what you're supposed to do. Hit it as hard as you want, but like go through the exact motions that you're supposed to go to. I was kind of relating it in my head to playing piano, to where like you can play piano fast if you want to do something wrong, but your technique is going to be bad.
Right.
So like I was like, okay, go slow with it, get the muscle memory down. Yeah.
You can see it. You can see it.
I will tell you this: we were questioning whether Angelique could handle herself in a fight or not. She'd be fine.
Yeah.
She'd be fine. She was punching really well and hard and not afraid of it.
She was like, "You guys always underestimate." I walked her out afterwards. I was like, "Good job." She's like, "You guys underestimate me always, and I always prove you wrong." And I'm like, "No, I mean, but sometimes you don't do the things." And she's like, "No, I do it. I always do it."
Yeah. It was funny.
And you can check it out at delandboxingandfitness.com. Once again, we're going to be at the Port Orange location, which is an even bigger location, I guess.
How many videos do we have up here?
Man, we got a bunch. We got probably 7 or 8 and some pictures.
You know what feels cool, guys?
What's that?
Those raps.
Right?
Yeah.
I leave them on the whole day almost.
You get those things done, you're like, I'm about to do something. I don't know what it is, but it's something cool.
Right. I leave them on until I get home because I want my girls to see that I was training. I'm serious.
I like it. Yeah. I should have left mine on and walked into my my lady's office as she's working.
It just gets tricky driving. That's
It
all.
does. You gotta and they use fingers. but women are attracted to raps. They're like, wow, this guy's
They are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, Russ. Leave them on when you get home. Mary Ellen, and you're like, hey, babe.
did I
you know,
leave these on?
And then you like, hey, can you help me with this? He's like, these hands are here to protect you. And then you make out, and then you bang in the afternoon. That's how it works.
Okay, good to know.
It's happened a couple times. It's pretty awesome.
Special thanks to Trevor for inviting us out, and he also took care of our lunch. I appreciate that because I needed that lunch badly.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Like once again, if it were in town, if it were closer to me, I would definitely do it.
And that's why I appreciate it, because it's not like this is some gigantic gym that's coming to town. Like, we're buying them all. This is the land box. No, this is like a
small business. Yeah. And I wore a shirt today because they gave me a shirt. I wanted look, anyone gives me a really cool shirt, I'll wear it on camera. But he gave me a tank top, and couldn't have been a nicer guy. Both the and the
Brad, Coach Brad.
The coach was super great too. So thank you guys for that. If you want to see the video, once again, monsters.fm, or if you can't remember that, it's realradiomonsters.com. It's up there. Check it out. You're listening to the Monsters of the Morning.